G'day and welcome to another one of my videos. Today we're going to have a look at perimeter, and I thought I'd put some more videos together in this crazy time with coronavirus. So I thought I'd start off with some easy videos, and then I'll get a little bit more involved with perimeter when we've got some missing sides, or if we've got Pythagoras involved, or even some circles or parts of circles. So let's start off and we'll have a look at a particular shape, and we'll look at how we find its perimeter. So here's a shape, just a quadrilateral, a four-sided closed shape with all straight sides. And what we're going to do is to find its perimeter, we first need to know its dimensions. So we need to know the lengths of each of the sides. So I'll put those in, and that'll make it easier for us to determine what the perimeter is. Now that we've got those, we've just got to be careful. The diagrams are usually not to scale. So that means that you don't get a ruler out and measure the sides, all right, especially if there's any missing sides, unless the question actually tells you to do that. All right, so don't get a ruler out and measure, especially if there's any missing sides, and we'll have a look at how we can do that later on in another video. So what is perimeter? Well, quite often I have students coming into my classes and they say it's the distance around the outside of a shape. And for that point in time, they're correct because that's what they've been told. But I don't really like that definition. So the reason why I don't is because I could go around the outside of a shape, but that's not its perimeter. Okay, so when I show that to students on the diagram, on the board and so on, I think they have a better understanding of what the definition of perimeter is. So I prefer to use this definition. It is the total length of the boundaries. So what we're doing is we're adding up all the boundaries. But what we've got to be careful of is it has to be a boundary, because sometimes we'll have a diagram where we've got more information. So we've got a line in here that is a diagonal, or we might have some other lines in there that aren't diagonals, and they're not part of the boundary. So if you were asked to find the perimeter and there's extra lines in there, remember it is only the boundaries. So now that we've got those boundaries, we just add those boundaries up and find the total. Now when I do this to find that shape's perimeter, I tend to start at a vertex or a corner, all right? And then I work my way around. And I find that easier so that I don't miss any sides. So in this case, I've started here at this vertex and I've gone 13 centimeters plus 8 centimeters plus 15 centimeters, and then finally plus 24 centimeters to get back to where I've started. And then once we've done that, we just add those up and we've just found the perimeter of that particular shape, which is 60 centimeters. Don't forget our units. And one thing I haven't mentioned yet is sometimes with some harder questions, there might be a side in there that is a different unit. So make sure you change it to all the same units first before you go adding them together. So what you now need to do to get better at perimeter, again, is just to practice, and then practice some more, and practice some more. And the more that you do that, you'll find that you'll get easier and better at perimeter, and you'll find that it's not that difficult when you're doing so. So thanks for watching, and I hope you found it useful, and get out there and have a go.